Sema convention is getting ready to kick off, one of the largest car trade shows.
Where the heck are we? We're in Las Vegas. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode from Legendary Customs based out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. Yes, we are working on the P-57 to get it to Sema. On previous episodes, you were able to watch us make our second live edge bed. We also were able to attach the cab and the box. Fixed all the body gaps. Did some final touch-ups. And then of course the back of the bed, in there is a roll bar, but nobody's ever gonna see it. That's what holds this bad boy together. We have 34 days left until we have to go to Sema. And as you can see, we have a lot to do. We finally have the P-57 back down into the paint booth. We are sealing it up with an epoxy primer sealer. And then over that we put a high build primer. This high build primer serves a purpose of being able to sand out all of the little flaws that might be left behind after the detailed body work that we did. Just for the little tiny stuff. It's a very, very important step. Hey there, Chris with Legendary Customs. It's almost 9 o'clock at night. Just got done opening a Christmas gift. Check this out. All the body work is done. Got the last guide coat on. Be ready for paint in a couple days. The rear box is done. The cab is done. Just have the doors and the front clip. Awesome. As you know, the P-57 has an aviation theme, kind of based off of the P-51, roughly. As you've seen in previous episodes, we moved the gauges to the center of the dash. But what does every airplane or the P-57 have in it? It has a V10.
Awesome!
We had to find ourselves a Viper motor. Can't just put the Viper motor looking in plain. So what did we do? Painted a very bright silver metallic. Just an incredible amount of metallic was put into this paint. It just sparkles and comes to life.
One more coat. We're running out of daylight.
All the sharp edges and curves on the V10 really are pronounced with that high concentration of metallic in that bright silver paint. Just beautiful next to that deep dark blue.
Look at that. That's gonna be awesome. Cool.
All right, good morning. A little bit after 5 o'clock. 3.5 weeks to go to Sema. And we're gonna unwrap a Christmas present this morning. Yesterday we painted the engine. Bright silver, a lot of metallic, really bring out the lines and the curves. Now we'll see what the red looks like up next to the metallic, and we'll go from there. All right, we just started, as you know, and it is just amazing what the red, how it just pops next to that. Great contrast, that's what we were going for. It's looking really good. Now, you see me unwrapping this. Each of the intake ports and exhaust ports, they were all taped off. If you do this at home, you really want to tape each and every one of those off. The tolerances on the motors, you don't want to layer paint there. And on the exhaust, it's going to get so hot that it's going to burn up. You're going to end up with an exhaust leak. So take the time, cover everything that should be covered. Really makes life better in the end. This is the contrast we've been looking for. Alrighty, we're doing our first test fit of the Viper motor to the 1955 Chevy frame. Bear with us. We have no idea what's going to happen. We know it's going to make it into the chassis. Quite frankly, because we have no choice. Believe it or not, there is no instruction manual on how to put a 2010 Generation 4 Viper motor into a 1955 Chevy pickup truck frame and body. Just not out there. So we had to do some reverse engineering, lined it up in the frame, checked it many times back and forth, made sure we had all the clearances that were needed, mounted it as close to the radiator as possible because we wanted to take as little out of the cab as we could. A Viper motor is about 4 inches longer than a big block Chevy V8. That 4 inches is a lot when you're dealing with a custom vehicle. You have to accommodate for it, you have to make it work. So we had to, again, reverse engineer things, get that bad boy to fit into the frame, make custom motor mounts, and then drop the cab on it so it all goes together correctly. Morning everybody, a little bit after 5 o'clock. We're going to drop the motor in the approximate position it needs to be in and fabricate motor mounts today. And then hopefully today we'll be putting on a cab and body. Big steps, little time, a lot to do. We finally received our brand new beautiful frame from JW Rod Garage over on the east side of Wisconsin. They did a great job. Today is going to be the first day that we're going to drop the cab and body onto the frame. Up until now, we've been working with the old 1955 Chevy original frame, and it was a huge risk because if something was off on that frame, we built it off. Today is the day we're going to find out if that risk was worth it or if that risk created nothing more than a whole bunch more work to get this bad boy together. We're backing up the new frame with the Viper motor mounted, and believe it or not, the cab in the box drops straight down on that beautiful new frame and it fits. It is a perfect match. So all of the building that we did for the previous 2 months was in the right direction. We don't have to go backwards before we go forwards. The gamble paid off. This frame, I'd have this thing in paint and wired by middle of next week. And the frame literally killed almost 20 days of work. Because we kept on, yeah, it'll be here Friday. Okay, we're not doing this, guys, because we need the frame here to do it. Like, we fit the whole front with that frame.
Yeah.
100% gamble. It might not work. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed this episode on the P-57. Remember, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's very much appreciated. If you like what you see, share the videos. Again, Chris with Legendary Customs, thank you much for joining us. Can't wait for you to tune in to the next episodes.